Alright, we're finally back at Warrnambool for the Classic. The Classic hasn't been running for like 2 years. It feels like it's 40 degrees. I am sweating like crazy, but it's going to be awesome. Cars tonight are like JORDYN Charge and Lisa Walker. I think we're going to follow around. Matt Dumsney, Ian Madsen, Jamie Veal, Lockie McHugh is probably one that's likely to run really well. I'm really have no idea what's going to happen, and I don't think the drivers really know what's going to happen because this format, I mean, it's the normal format, but there's so much racing and there's so many cars, and especially over the 3 nights, there's just so many laps that are going to go out on the surface that with this new surface, they don't know what's going to happen. So they're really interested to see what's going to happen and don't know. Cars that are out early, I think like Ian Madsen and Matt Dumsney in the 7th group's pretty good. You know, do you want to be out early? We don't really know, but that's what's exciting. You know, it might work out that later on the track starts to come in a bit better and it's still holding moisture and you can still do a fast time for time trials. So I'm really excited to find out what's going to happen.
Expectations. I know with the new surface you don't really have any, don't you? I guess in 2 years out of the saddle I've done one race meeting in 2 years, so I guess I'd love to make the A-main. Every night we hit the track and just aim for that and see how we go.
How did you run last time out? When was the last time you ran?
Last time we ran, we did Max's race here and Eastern Creek the following, the 2 nights later for the practice. So
on the Monday.
Yeah, felt comfy, which is good. Fast, yeah, probably at Eastern Creek. Here, there's a bit of work to do as I don't get around this track very great, but we'll work it out one step at a time. So improve every time we hit the track and then hopefully make some A-mains.
Trevor Green, what have you been up to, man?
I've been home welding, mate, back at the family workshop since January the 1st, so had a little 4-night stint with Matt, but it's been good to help the old man at home.
Yeah, do you still want to be on the crew? Or
you'd like to be, yeah. Dad's got really busy at work and Mum's had a few struggles with her health at the moment, so after being locked down in Sydney for 8 months or whatever it was, I was just glad to get home and help out a bit around home.
What are you expecting tonight? Obviously not racing, but you got an opinion on what to expect with the track and drivers and stuff?
Just hopefully they can keep some moisture in the track. It's been pretty hot conditions. Yep. They've got a surface they have had 4 races with to work with, so very difficult conditions for them. Yep. Very windy. Hopefully, maybe they should have delayed the start a little bit, but it's going to affect everybody else's with the live media, live streaming and all that sort of stuff. People in America sitting up ready to watch at a certain time. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well for them. It's going to be a hot weekend and hopefully they'll keep the track good because there's no tyres in the country.
You're the chief track prep guy, is that true?
That's true, yeah. I've been doing it for about 30 odd years, 33 years.
Yep. And I really want to find out about the new clay. I'm not critical of it at all. I think you've actually got quite a good surface. I've been told by your minions that you've put a fair bit of research into it.
It is, yeah. It's totally different to the brown clay. Yep. So we tried what other tracks done. They don't work because the other tracks have got a longer front and back straight, so they lose their wheel speed. Whereas here, because it's almost circle, it's hammered down all the time, so there's enormous wheel speed. And it's just a totally different way we've got to prepare it. Mm-hmm. We're still experimenting today what we've done, and even the lead up water.
I was here in December, late December, and obviously the track was quite fast still and held a lot of moisture towards the end of the night. It was still fast, so it must be extremely difficult to find a balance between...
Yeah, we got it too wet the first night. That's basically what happened. We stuffed it up. So the next night we had it harder. I based it on how I taught the Kiwana's track builder, Mikey. We based it on their build. It just didn't work here because of the wheel speed, and it actually started taking rubber in hot laps in turn 2. They're dragging the left rear laying rubber. So we had speed cars here last meet. It was fairly good for speed cars and 500s. Obviously a bit slower, less horsepower. Tonight we're going to try something a bit different, get it a bit wetter. We've got a little truck running around water in between heats and hot laps and all that sort of stuff. Just to stop that glaze on top, that's what upsets it. It holds the water all right, but it just, with wind and sun, it just seals over in a flash, and then it's got sharp edges, and it just, yeah, burns the tyres off.
I mean, I think you've got a good surface and something to work with, whereas in the past you didn't really have something.
Oh, yeah, it was a headache, the other one. It just, yeah, with the gravel in it. The reason we went the black is we went to 25 different farms looking for clay, and every one of them had gravel in it. And we found this, it's one of our members, BRAZIER. And there we went with that. So we may have to do some additive into it to break the structure up a bit, to make it a bit more pliable on top.
I love that you guys have done something about it, so hopefully it all works in your favour.
Yeah, it's a huge learning curve, you know. I've been doing it for 30-something years, and I'm learning all over again.
Well, good luck tonight.
Right, thanks, Toby.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. How you going, bro?
How you going?
Good. Good. Excited for tonight?
Hopefully. Motor sounding, at least it started, so that's one good thing.
Yeah.
So, see how we go, I guess. Looking at the track, looks alright at the moment, so see how this sun holds it off, and
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too bad.
Oh, good luck tonight, bro.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Lockie McHugh was a bit sketchy last night when the lights went out at Mount Gambier.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, couldn't really see anything at all. Couldn't even see my front wing or anything. So yeah, just trying to avoid the wall and tractor tires and whatnot and come to a stop safely was the main goal.
Your eyes are pretty red. You been getting on the beers, or are you just tired?
A bit tired, I think, and I had a bit of dust in my eye last night, so I was probably rubbing them around a bit. And but got a bit of a rest just then in trailer, so I should be ready to go for tonight.
How was the engine, man?
Yeah, it was alright actually. I think I might have overfueled a little bit, so just probably wasn't quite 100% crisp, so we'll see how we go with time trials though, holding it wide open, and hopefully it clears itself out a little bit. So
Give it hell, man.
that's it.
How was that?
It was good. We were snug, but by the time we get out there, hopefully the car will come to us.
Really sweet. Good luck.
Thank you.
And then the quickest of those two drivers will get themselves on the trophy.
How'd you feel, man?
Oh, I can't really tell you, to be honest with you. I dropped the cylinder there from the start, so I'm hoping we're going to be okay here. We'll see what happens.
Good luck, bro. What's going on?
Just waiting it out, man.
You look pretty stressed out before the biggest qualifying session of the year.
Pretty nerve-wracking, really. Anyways.
How you going, man?
Good, yourself?
Yeah.
Are you filming everyone?
Don't be shy.
Oh, of course I'm going to be shy. It's you.
We're just like walking around filming anyone and everyone.
Nah, right.
Some guys usually come onto screen to get some attention.
Nope.
Fabio?
No, Far Video was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Fabio, yeah. Fabio. Yeah, no, I watched that yesterday. It was cool.
You liked it? Oh, yeah.
No.
What are we waiting on? Someone passed out or some shit? How'd you feel in hot laps?
Tight, like right rear tight, like, yeah. I think everyone did though.
You think it'll like slicking off pretty bad tonight?
I think so. It has to, like, with the sun and whatnot. And, yeah, I just wasn't sure it was me. But watching other cars in qualifying, everyone's pretty tight as well.
Yeah.
It's so fast here. I'm sure it'll slow down, yeah. As long as it's not abrasive on the tyres, and it should be good.
I was just talking to Lisa Walker, and one of her guys is like, "Can we go tighter?" And she's like, "No, I'm trying to turn the thing." Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got close to a car, and it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Tighter again. So
What did Veal do?
10.5. Yeah.
Can you tell me what's happening?
Unfortunately, someone's a bit unwell in the marquee, so obviously the ambulance had to go up there and treat them. So, and that's obviously why we've got a red light. We can't run while we've got a red light on. And the challenge is now that we've already had 6 cars qualify, and obviously now the track's baking in the sun, so the other guys are a little bit unhappy. So
just trying to make it fair for everyone.
And that's the discussion that's happening at the minute. So.
And if you've already gone out, you don't want to restart it. And
well,
if
that's the challenge, isn't it? Those 6 guys want to stick with their time, and the others, don't think it's fair. But obviously they're having that discussion. We've got the driver's rep, and obviously the stewards and the people upstairs considering what's the best approach.
And then they redo their first.
Yeah, still talking about them trying. Because it's just Lisa Walker, she said, I'm happy with what I've got, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, Colin,
If they
was out when the track,
she'll end up in the back, so they're better off.
No, but that's your decision. If you want to do it that way, well, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Well, it's your decision. Same with Matthew Reid doesn't want to come back out.
As long as the track gets ripped with water into it, it'll be fine.
You'll get touched. No drama.
So what the club has made, the decision from the president, the vice president, everyone involved in the event, is that they are going to rerun this session. But what's going to happen is, because they're not sure how long it's going to take with this situation we have in hand, okay, so what will happen is they're probably going to work the track, because it could be another half an hour, could even be longer. They will work the track, you'll get another set of hot laps, and then we will time trial everybody from start, okay? So it's almost like you have done nothing.
So you're doing the first flight then as well?
No, not the first flight. They are done and dusted. Yeah. Just the second flight only, just you guys. Okay? So we're still not sure how long it will be, so that's the serious answer. Okay, but once we're done, they're going to do the work on the track. They're already started. Okay? And then we will hot lap everybody like we did before, and then we'll time trial everybody so it's fair and equal for all teams.
So can we go? Can we remount tyres?
Well, they're not sure, mate, so we need you to stay out here.
Can we remount tyres?
You can do whatever you want. It's an open race.
Can we go back out? We all go back to our
We
bags.
don't take your cars back. Leave them here. If they say it's 5 minutes, we're ready to go. We're going.
Yeah, but we've just burned off a set of tyres because we've already qualified.
Well, send your crew guys out and
yeah,
start
so I'm
now.
saying, do we have time to go and mount another set of tyres?
I hope
use
so.
for qualifying? What do you mean you hope so, though? You can't give me a yes or a no.
I don't want to lie and say it's going to take 5 minutes.
But if I don't have a set of tyres on the rear of my car because I'm mounting them, I can't qualify.
So go get it done instead of
right,
talking to
so
me.
that's a yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you happy to qualify again, or annoyed? Or?
I probably would rather not have, just because we've burnt tyres doing that, and now we've got to do it all again. But hey, it is what it is. We'll go again.
Oh, at least it's fair, I guess.
Yeah, so we're all hot lapping, and then we will all qualify again. So that's all right. I think we could even make some more improvements. So we'll go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Billy was a 5.76. I think we're an 8. Damn. Yeah, we're
I'll take more notice as soon as I get off the gas. Like,
roll another couple of laps or something.
Or I'll just see what it is as soon as I back off too, so you know what it is when I'm actually racing and running. Like as soon as I finish the
Rory and Carly go to distance 2, so both long. And will start holding into 3, 4, 7.
Not very good. No, 11th.
Yeah, not happy with that?
Nah, not really.
What time did you do it?
11:08 or something. Oh, 06 or something.
Yeah. What was quick time?
10:08.
Okay.
Oh, I might have gone a bit lower. I can't remember, to be honest.
B was quickest.
Yeah. So.
How'd that engine feel?
Yeah, it was not bad. We found a faulty plug, so that didn't help. So we were changing that and found a few other. The high speed, I think, was getting a bit sticky as well. So a few little bits and pieces that were probably not helping. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you sort it out and you can just kind of climb your way forward through the heats.
Yeah, exactly right. So, no, we're a bit more excited for this heat, so hopefully the motor feels a bit better and we'll change the car a bit to make sure that's running nice, so we'll see how we go.
Not the time trial you wanted, man?
No, not really, no. Obviously that thing's not running properly, but...
Is that what it was?
Anyway, yeah, going in for a bit of a deep, but...
Yeah.
You know, it sort of wrecks your weekend, really, but anyway, you got to keep your head up and keep swinging, I guess.
Make progress in the heats, eh?
Yeah, try to, but you know what it's like. You need everything to line up this weekend, and hasn't quite done that so far, so we'll see how we go.
Well, elbows up.
Very good.
Yeah, felt good. I think it looked like the track just kept getting better, but I mean, we were alright. Fastest when we went out and then just kept dropping back, but still good. Well,
what about in comparison to the first one? Did you guys make any changes?
just freed up a little bit, and I think we're a bit better, so starting 4 now and go from there.
What do you think about the heat?
The heat?
Yeah, like do you like the race?
Oh.
Do you look at who's in it?
Oh, I did, but try not to analyse it too much. Just go out there and not overthink it.
So the heats are up pretty soon. The qualifying just finished. They had to rerun the second round of qualifying because some cars had run, I think about 6 or 8 cars, and then they had a medical emergency sadly over, I think on the backstretch, so they had to rerun it. Lockie McHugh ended up getting quick time in the second flight. That was pretty cool. He was quick. Who else was there? There was Lisa Walker, I think ended up about 8th or something, wasn't it? And yeah, so she was pretty happy with that. She had already run in time trials, but obviously they had to redo her laps as well, so they redid the entire session. But it's going to be interesting, the heats. They actually reworked the track after the first flight. I don't think that was so much, I mean, it was a little bit of both, because they've been sitting there baking in the sun. The track is wearing out, so while they waited for the medical emergency, it was a really good opportunity to prepare the track for later on in the night. And that way it was the same for everyone for qualifying as well. So Jordan Charge, he's out of I think 6 in his heat, in heat 1, and Lisa Walker is out of 4 in her heat, which is heat 4. So the heats are about to start, so let's go check it out.
Edging way better then, yeah, for sure. The car's just running, it's like real tight for some reason when it's not meant to be, so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what I can do to make it run better, so.
And is this like kind of up to you, or are you guys, like you got plenty of guys there, do they kind of make the decision with you, or is there someone who...
No, I make the decision.
That's all you? Yeah. You're of age now? How old are you now?
22.
22, you're getting old.
I'm getting old, yeah, that's it, mate. I'm not a bloody newbie anymore, so.
Yeah. Hey, right, you didn't look too bad to me. But like, what do you do in those heat races when it's like,
yeah,
you know,
flat out sort of thing? I think if we were a bit free, I would have had a bit more of an opportunity to sort of move around a bit and sort of get a better run in 3 and 4 especially. And 1 and 2 I was pretty bad at already, but I felt like I did a couple of good laps there. And then 3 and 4 I kept getting really tight mid-corner, so...
Yeah. Where will you be out of in the next heat? How's that work? Because you're out of...
Third.
Third, okay.
Yeah.
It's complete reverse.
I need to try and win it.
You just need it, yeah.
It's got to go really well. So, I'll see how we go.
Yeah. Hopefully it slows down, you can move around a bit and just kind of stay there, I guess.
Well, if the track dried out, maybe the car will come to us a bit, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Bit hard to drive.
Great job in that heat race, mate. That's the deal. Quick time, pick up the heat race win, piecing it together.
Yeah, that's it. Got to qualify and heat race well. A bit nervous there, but just to get the jump, I feel like the outside was a little bit better then. But yeah.
How'd you feel?
I felt alright. It was second. Take that. A bit free, but just pedalled it around.
And the guy in front's like good around here, so
yeah, he's not bad around here, I guess.
a few points.
Yeah, that'll help. So got lucky getting to move up on the starts, but we'll take it. It doesn't happen very often. So yeah, just figuring that out now. So
make it balls or
we sort of will do it together. Just winging it.
what's happening?
Hey.
How you going, man?
Good yourself?
Good. You racing tomorrow night?
Yeah, keen to hop back in. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, yeah, rocking up the classic, so it should be interesting.
You dad something running?
Nah, just me. We got rid of our trailer, so we're in the, that's our new truck.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got the old Scania out, so see how we go.
Why'd you get rid of your truck? Too big?
Yeah, just easier in this thing. You know, yeah, easier for me. That's it.
Any expectations tomorrow?
Go fast.
Hey, looks pretty good.
Solid, man.
Yeah. Happy?
Nah, you're never happy when you're driver. You could always be better, but
drove away.
Yeah, win by a little bit. It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, you were comfortable?
Yeah, I felt really good. Just struggling for brakes still a little bit.
Yeah.
So once we get that, can't complain.
How'd the car feel with like everything else?
Really solid, yeah. Like, I actually went to the bottom, like near the lap cars towards the end, and I felt just as good. So
yeah.
At least the car, when you have a good car, it manoeuvres around. So
yeah, even in traffic, you just seem to like still gap who was behind you.
Surprising. So now, yeah.
What about the track? Like, is that like what are you learning with?
It's definitely the best track they've had. Like tyres wise, were really good. I did use them up a little bit early on, so you can expect a bit of tyre wear. But yeah, so far so good. Premier's doing a good job.
Right, so Jordan Charger just finished his heat race, and I'm not sure if the torque ball bolts were loose or the nuts, but this has somehow come loose, which holds this on to the torque tube, or holds the ball into place. And because this has come loose, this is just rattling around, and you've got the drive shaft in between, just spinning at 8,000, 9,000 revs a minute. So this is all loose and rattling around, and that's what you can see you can do to it. It can end up a lot worse than that, but as you can see behind me, they're changing it right now, replacing it with a fresh one that's supposed to go in with these things.
Dismount that racer, I reckon. Is there a dash or?
We've got a bit of time now, but we're not fucking. Say 20. So we've got 15. Yep. Racing. Yep. Let's say 20. Yep. Yeah, get 28. And then we'll see how fast it travels. Might use too much fuel like we're on it. We'll just get 28 in.
Hey Mills, you're the promoter here, man. How's the night been so far?
Yeah, it's had its challenges, there's no doubt about that. Obviously we had a bit of a delay earlier on with a health matter in the crowd, which was disappointing, but certainly we've bounced back. Hopefully the racing's been good for the patrons here tonight, and looking forward to the features. It should be a cracker.
Do you have much to do with the track prep guys during the night?
Just sound them out to see what they're doing, where they're at with it and that sort of stuff. And obviously with the new surface, it's been a challenge for the last few weeks, so to see where it's at right now and the way it's been racing through the heat races, I think it's been attractive racing for the race fans, and the tyre wear doesn't seem to have been a massive issue tonight. And considering the day we had with the temperature and the winds, we're quite pleased with that. So hopefully now we make the right call in this little interval, and just to give it a little tickle up in a couple of spots, there was a little bit of rubber starting to come in, and we can get some good feed.
All under control?
Yeah, it's all good. No C main, mate, so straight into the B, and then the A main to come.
Happy days, thank you. How you going tonight, man?
It's going good so far.
Yeah, where have you running your heats?
I got a second, first and a second for everything, so we're off pole for the feature. So
oh really?
Yeah, looking pretty good.
And NASCAR feels good.
Yeah, it feels good at the moment, but yeah, we've been struggling lately when the sun goes down, so hopefully we make the right changes tonight.
Who's working on it?
I got Clinton McKenzie working on it, and a few other guys, so slowly figuring stuff out.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a tough start, I guess, with these guys, but
yeah, it's just it's always a work in progress when you get a late start into the season, racing against guys that have been racing all year. So yeah, just keep chipping away.
The time to talk to me is finally here.
Been waiting a long time for you, mate.
Did I do good?
You did pretty good, but a little bit more effort and you'll be bang on.
I didn't want to overdo
Toby.
it.
No, nobody does, but it's the time, mate. It's the classic. Well, you actually recording this?
Yeah. how do I say the classic?
Well, I think everybody else.
Or is that just how you say it?
No, that's just how I say it. But I think people have expanded that from when I get tired, and then you start saying it's the classic. It's the classic. Now it's just the classic, and that's how it goes. But it's a long weekend. Night's going really well. Track's been pretty racy, so we're pleased about that. Shame we had a couple of medical issues, which are pretty sad for families involved. We wish them well. Racing's been superb. Those inverted heats, Toby, they do not disappoint, and they didn't tonight. So we're enjoying what we got. 30-lap feature's going to be pretty good. Dropping the C main, going straight to a B main. Let's lock it in for the A main. So right now, what I'm doing is trying to go to get the grid draws. I've got to allow the boys upstairs to just do some anchor work. Thank a lot of our subsidiary sponsors. Advise everybody what's happening tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with Fan Appreciation Day. So Gary Ross, Ben Swanson do a great job upstairs. As you say, it's only a brief track interval, so you try and get a loo stop, a little grease and oil change for myself, and I got great support from Wade Oranger. He's the best in the business, you know that. So gives us a great chop out, but it's a massive 3 days, so you can't go out too hard too early.
Thanks for giving us some time, man.
Good on you, Toby. Great to have you here.
Hey, Daniel. How you going, man?
Not too bad.
Not running tonight?
Nah, tomorrow night.
Do you choose to run tomorrow night? Or?
Nah, I would have chose to run tonight, I reckon, if I could. But
how come you run tomorrow night?
We just got put on that night. It works alright because they live at Mount Gambier, so we just stayed there, you know, last night and made it easier trip over today.
Yeah, you raced last night?
Yeah, raced at Mount Gambier last night. Sort of got ran over there at the start of the race, and that was sort of it. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Heats are done, we're now up to the features, so it's going to be another exciting feature. All the good guys starting up front. Ian Madsen starting off pole. Basically the inside row is the flight 1 of qualifying basically, and flight 2 is on the outside, and it's all on point. So Lockie McHugh's out of 2 with Ian Madsen off the front row as well, so that's going to be good to watch. And they've just reworked the track, so it's going to be interesting to see how that holds up and what these cars in the B main do, where they run. So should be a fun night at the Classic.
One of the nuts must have sheared off. Obviously, just while it was running, it started all coming loose. Yep. And then, obviously, after I digged in or hit a rut or something, it would have snapped one of the studs, and then it would have done that as well.
Did you feel any of it? Or did you know
only the last lap.
Yeah. You felt something moving around your leg?
No. It was still in.
Yeah.
I pulled in though, and I did sort of like, I always do it, like I sort of like kick it.
Yeah.
It moved a lot more. I'm like, yeah, no. So these two snapped.
Yeah, wow.
They disappeared. That one's bent. Top one. This one's bent.
Yeah. Got good, you're not running tonight?
Nah, I got the night off, which is good to see how the track's doing and get a bit of eye in for it and see what the other competitors are doing. So yeah, we'll just keep our eye out and have a look around.
You choose to run Saturday night?
Yeah. I preferably would choose the Saturday night so you can see what's going on the Friday night.
Yeah, you just want to see what goes on and have a night off during the week, sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. It's cool to break up the Classic week, so you got 2 nights and 2 nights. So yeah, no, pretty happy to be on the Saturday night.
What happens if you crash? Are you fixing it come Sunday or what?
We'll assess how bad it is. If it's a complete write-off, well then yeah, probably not really worth it. But no, if it's a little thing, we'll always go out there and give it a red hot crack. It's the best race in Australia, so you want to always be out there.
You've had a pretty good last few weeks.
Yeah.
You expected to be right up there?
Oh, we'll give her a crack to see wherever we can put it up the front, but I don't know, it's a lot of luck this race, so we'll just give her a red hot go and see how we can go.
How'd you go last night?
Not real flash, missed time trials a little bit, but put myself in a bit of hole, but yeah, that was about it.
Finally had to go in your heat?
Sorted some shit out.
Yeah, you feel good?
Felt really good. Like, the time trial wasn't great, but I said to the guys, it wasn't fast, but I could put it anywhere. I felt really comfortable up high, low, whatever. So I said, I think it'll be a good race car, which showed in the second heat. I didn't expect to hold Lockie back the whole race. He's absolutely on fire, but I was happy with that. The second heat, we absolutely ballsed it up. So luckily, I think we've got enough points. We've just scraped in last car into the A main. So we've thrown a lot of changes at it just to try and get a bit of bite into the track, a bit more forward drive, and see how we go. But I wanted to make the A main, we made it, so that's a start.
You're off the front, man. What's the plan?
Yeah, I'm just happy to be in a good spot for the feature. I feel like having good heat races there was really important. So I think the plan is just to get a really good start and try and just bide our time, hopefully get the traffic and be able to make some moves. Obviously, getting the lead on the start would be huge, but starting third in front of us and Lockie starting second. I think McCulloch's to my outside, so we just need to try and put together some good laps, hopefully get to traffic, and then make our moves.
Talking to other people now, talking to you, you seem to really take notice of who's around.
Yeah, I just feel like it's important. For me, it's tough because it's a little bit different than being at home, right? Like at home, I know a lot of the guys that I'm racing with, where here, I know some of them, but not near as many as probably I should. So it's part of it, and just try and acclimate to it as quick as I can.
How's your trip been so far? You haven't won anything yet?
I know. It's been good though. We've had a lot of fun. We're just trying to get a race car better each night, and yeah, hopefully we can win one tonight. I just think, you know, I think it's tough over here, really. Like, especially, you know, I've said this before, but local competition's good where they're from. You know what I mean? Like, there's always guys that are really tough to beat in their region. I feel like, you go to Archfield, Luke O'Field's tough. Like, come here, Lockie and McCulloch and Veely and James, RV, like there's a lot of good guys that are from down here, that live down here, that are really good. So I feel like we're just a little bit off at times, and that causes us to just get a little bit behind that 8 ball. And we seem to be able to put together podium runs and our seconds and our thirds and our fourths and whatever and top 5s, but just struggling to break through and win. So it's part of it. Sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes you can click them off like seems like no problem, and then sometimes it seems like it's an uphill battle to get a win. So it's part of it, and we'll keep chugging along.
Off the front, man. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, pretty good. See what happens. 30 laps, long way. Ian's been pretty good, so I think, yeah, 2 fastest cars at the front. So
you've been changing tyres a fair bit. What's the situation now?
No, we've been pretty good. We've been getting through the tyres, but that's just what it is when you're going this fast. So we haven't had to change a whole lot all night. So just put new tyres on it, that's about it.
So I am out on the infield, and the cars for the feature are pushing out. You can probably see them behind me, but I'm pretty tired. It is 10:53, so almost 11 o'clock at night, and the feature's about to start. It's been a long day. Still got to get back to the motel tonight and edit it, but I'm super excited to watch this feature. I just spoke to Nick Speed, and like he said, you know, the 2 fastest guys are off the front, which is Ian Madsen and his driver Lockie McHugh. So you got Carson Macedo behind him. Veal is a few rows back. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see where it all ends up, what the track does, and who takes the win, because I think it'll be a bit of a statement, whoever they can try and dominate tonight. But yeah, definitely a good field, and yeah, excited to see what happens. So we're about to restart the feature. We just had a red. Carson Macedo and Corey McCulloch have been going at it for position number 3, and Ian Madsen and Lockie McHugh are battling out for the win. So awesome race so far. Let's see what happens. What happened, man?
I don't know, I lost the front wing, so that didn't make it any easier, but we were not good, so I don't have many notes on this place, so I guess we're just learning. So it kind of sucked from lap 1, but that's okay. We'll work on it. Work to do.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He just drove away in the end, did he? Even though it was on the bottom, a bit boring.
He done a good job. He moved to the top, he moved around like he normally does, and yeah. So,
I thought that
he makes a lot of smart moves.
Yeah, I was like, that is intelligent, and you can tell the laps he's done because he went to the top, got around, but then you don't know what other guys are doing, and he knew to go to the bottom.
He's pretty clever. I figured you must have figured that because the very next lap you went there.
Yeah. Thanks.
Surprised we've got this much tyre left.
That Toto. Not a bad first trip to Warrnambool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. How'd you
Yeah,
feel?
not bad. Yeah, it's good. Had a good run, so a lot of stoppages and whatnot, but yeah, found that rubber and sort of just stuck down there till the end.
How did you know to go to the bottom when you got no one in front of you?
Actually, it was when I was sliding under. I got the run on Ian from around the top, and then I slid him into turn 1 and 2 here. And as I slid down to cut across the bottom, I felt the rubber when I went down there, and I slid up the track that lap, but then the next lap I sort of tried running the bottom and felt the rubber there, so then, and I could still run the top to get around some lap cars and whatnot, but figured it was probably the safest option just to stick in the rubber where I can, less likely to run into the wall or something like that.
Are you worried about your tyres at all?
No, under the reds I could kind of have a look at my left rear at least. No, and it felt pretty good, and I wasn't on the throttle too hard when I was on the rubber. I was sort of just trying to be pretty careful on it, so I didn't think I was using them up too much.
Got some practice last time.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think she makes this banging everyone.
On camera or what?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
What are you learning looking at the tyres?
They're both wore out.
Yeah, don't do that. There's not much you can do when the track's like that, though, is there?
Nothing you can do at all.
Tough.
You know where you ended up?
I think 11th, so not too bad. Track took rubber pretty quick, well, from where I was from out there, so sort of stayed at the bottom, probably too much. Car wasn't quite right. I think we were too free for the feature anyway, so. Yeah, it was too free for that. Yeah, I couldn't get on the gas. Like I was on the brake as hard as I could, and just trying to keep it pinned and trying to keep it straight. And yeah, it just wasn't quite what we wanted. So.
You pissing everyone off out there, or what?
Yeah, apparently, but what do you do?
Yeah, you happy how you went, or how do you feel?
Thank you. We were too free, but. And then I had no right rear shock for a majority of the race, but it is what it is.
I caught some of the crash, but like what happened? I didn't catch the start of kind of how you guys tangled and that.
He just slid up and I come under, and then, I mean, he's got a brake pedal too, I guess, so it is what it is. It obviously wasn't intentional. Anything that wasn't intentional, but just racing, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh. Where'd you end up in the end?
I'm not sure. I think maybe top like 10th or something. But yeah, I just rolled around the bottom because I had no shock on. So
Kind of all you needed to do though. Like in the end, if you can end up 10th. And
yeah, I was sort of lucky. It sort of lucky for me. It took rubber, so I just sort of rolled the bottom and hung on.
Yeah. You happy or not happy? Or?
A bit.
You look
like,
dejected.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm definitely happy with our night before that. Like it was really cool to lock straight into the A main, and I obviously a bit disappointed, but we still ran inside the top 10, so I guess that's a positive, and we'll press on to Sunday.
We're leaving Warrnambool from the Classic night number 1. Pretty late night. It is bang on midnight, so. Yeah, no, it was an awesome night of racing, I thought, even though it took rubber there in the end. But Lockie McHugh, man, he is good, and you can just see the laps that he's done. He felt a little bit of rubber on the bottom, and to be able to feel that rubber and know that he needs to be down there like that quickly, that shows experience, and that shows that he knows what he's doing. And even Nick Speed said, I think I got footage of it, said he's just a pretty switched on dude. So he got quick time, I think, in his fight. He won both his heats, I think, and won the feature. So no, Lockie McHugh, as far as like that night goes, and the way the track was tonight, you expect that he is the guy to beat from tonight, because you know it could take rubber and he's going to be starting out front, so he's maximized his points. Like even tomorrow night, if someone like James McFadden or Robbie Farr or any of those guys were to maximize their points, I just can't see them doing what Lockie did tonight. Like he really was the class of tonight, and just did it convincingly, and his attitude towards his racing is awesome. But really fun night. It was awesome to see what the track did. Unfortunately, it did take rubber, so it's going to be tough tomorrow again with heat again, you know, and another 40 or so cars, and then you got a night after that. So it's not looking great as far as the track conditions go, but I think, you know, they've got the right crew there to maximize what they can get out of it.
If you watch this video, I guarantee you'll love these. Make sure you also subscribe to us on YouTube and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want high quality sprint car racing merchandise, we have exactly that over on sprintcarhub.com.